We open issue 3 back at Ricky's slum where we last left him. It's all been burned down to the ground. The guy comes walking up and he's wondering what happened. And then he sees that they are burying the dead. A mass grave being dug and a bloody tarp over some bodies in the corner of this warehouse or shed type thing. Back in issue 1, Ricky's walking past Barnes and Tim, and Barnes is asking Tim if he can watch the fires for him. It's his night to watch the fires, but he got called in, and Tim's like, yeah, sure, I can do that for you. So Ricky's aware of these people. He's seen this guy. He's like, hey, I know you, you're Barnes, right? And then they go off to a bar. Ricky's asking him what he knows about Tim. They both seem surprised to find out that Tim has been running with the Hangman's Horde. Barnes gives him a little bit of information saying that he knows where he's from. He's from this rougher area of the slums. Ricky goes into a bit of a rant, kind of continuing the passion and the feeling he had from the pamphlet that he was writing, basically saying he knows that a Barth is the muscle for the local slumlord Marcus. And so he kind of puts together that if some different gang from the wilderness showed up to shake us down, they might be doing it to hurt this rival gang of theirs. And anyway, all of that is only our problem because the institution is indifferent about us. He decides to ask Barnes what he knows about Tim, what about this rougher area he's from. So Ricky follows this lead deeper into the Annex, or maybe further outside of the Annex, to a rougher area. And he's asking questions of people without much to go off of besides a name, and he finally finds some people who start talking. From them, he learns that Tim was trying to get into the city as a citizen. So he was trying to get papers into the city. Somebody says that maybe he wasn't doing it the lawful way, but at least he's trying to get in there and make a better life for himself. That's all good. So now he's got that bit of info. Okay, this Tim guy, whoever he is, for some reason was trying to find a way into the city, even though he runs with these outsiders. I don't know if there's any way to know what exactly Ricky's trying to figure out. I think he's just asking questions, trying to get some information so that he has somewhere to go from here. All of his neighbors are dead. Holman has kicked him out and told him to burn his work pass, and he can't really get back into the city safely. So he's just working with what he has.
And the vibe I'm getting here is it's like maybe revenge, but he's not sure yet, but he wants to know what the next move is. Like, they came in here, they burnt this place down for a reason. Like, if I can figure out more about this guy, maybe I can figure out why. Or I can find somebody that knows something.
He goes to this other bar where the towners hang out. He's asking questions. They don't really like that there. And the bartender, as Ricky leaves, gets the attention of a couple of Marcus's goons, which we can tell from the way they're dressed. We saw them briefly in the first issue as well. The bartender gets their attention. He's like, hey, keep your eyes on this guy. He's asking questions that maybe people around here don't want asked. So he leaves the bar, getting no help from the bartender. The militia that Marcus is the head of, along with being a slumlord and having control of an area of the Annex, the militia under his control are called the Glass Eaters. That's sort of their gang name. And so these two Glass Eaters follow Ricky out of the bar. We see that the gruff man, he's there, so he's been trailing Ricky. He sees Ricky, he's got a look of determination, like, there's my mark, and then he realizes that there's some other people also watching Ricky. He skedaddles out of there. Ricky, in the height of his passion after writing this pamphlet and then seeing all these people murdered and working himself up in the bar talking about whose fault all of this is, when one of these Glass Eaters comes up to him and tries to have some words with him with a firm hand on his shoulder, Ricky takes a swing at him. The guy easily dodges it and punches him in the face. He knocks him out. The Glass Eaters load him into their vehicle and drive away. The gruff man watches all this, and then he is gone.